These past few weeks, we've seen record prices on top of record prices in the livestock markets. Here to tell us more is Derrell Peel, our livestock marketing specialist. Derrell, really break down what we've seen these past few weeks in terms of prices.
You know, the wholesale beef market, the box beef cutout has set new records in January, pretty much every day since the markets came back online. For the last 2.5 weeks, we've moved up every day. And so what we've seen, the net effect is from January 2nd, when we started the year, at this point, we've seen a full 20% increase in both choice and select box beef prices, and at this point the market has not shown any signs of let up, although you'd expect that to happen pretty soon. Fed cattle prices, is a similar thing. Before Christmas we were at 130 for fed cattle prices. Recently we've been at 143, which is again far and above any sort of record we've seen in the past.
So what's really fed into that situation? Why are we seeing those prices now?
Well, there's a number of factors. Part of this is just what we've been building towards for many months. We've talked about tightening supplies. We've talked about, the market getting tighter. Through the holiday period, we always have some unknowns about how well did we move beef and all of that, and we're still trying to sort that out, frankly. But and then you throw in the storms we had around Christmas time. They did disrupt, distribution systems, probably had some slight negative impact on demand, but at this point the supply impacts appear to be much bigger. And so cattle performance was off. Haven't heard of any big death loss in the feedlots, but just, less pounds on the market because of the delays in finishing cattle in this cold weather. And so we're seeing these record prices.
So when does this filter into the retail side of things?
Well, a 20% jump in 2 weeks' time, basically, in wholesale prices is just unprecedented. We've never seen anything like that. Obviously, that puts tremendous pressure on the retail prices as we go forward. A couple things are important here. One is that really for the last 2 years, retailers have been kind of preparing for what they thought was coming. The drought has delayed it, but they've actually kind of built some extra margin into their operations in many cases, so they have a little room to absorb this. And retail prices won't adjust as fast as these wholesale prices will. So the adjustments will occur over the next several weeks to several months. The 20% increase we've seen in wholesale prices won't translate immediately into a 20% increase in retail prices, but it certainly will begin to be reflected in the market over the next several months.
All right. So then the final question: where do we go from here?
It's at this point, we've already taken out the highs that we anticipated here in the first quarter of the year. I wouldn't be surprised to see these markets actually back up and kind of consolidate after this rather breathless run we've had. So we may be a little bit lower, but still at that point probably above where we expected to be. Bottom line is we've got a first quarter average that'll be higher than we expected. This may be the top. Literally, but it doesn't mean that we're going to be a lot lower anytime soon. And then, we'll work our way through the year, and we may come back and visit these levels again late in the year.
All right, so what things are you going to be watching to really get a feel for that trend once it starts moving?
We've got several things coming up here. Obviously, in terms of factors that will actually move the market, winter weather. This is the time of year when winter weather can have a big impact. This recent episode shows that the market is very sensitive to that. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that. In terms of trying to sort out the numbers, if you will, and the fundamentals, we've got the annual inventory reports coming out here pretty quick. We're going to have some new numbers to work with, and so it's tough to rebuild supplies when you're in a tight supply situation in the wintertime under the best of circumstances. So there's lots of reasons to believe that this market will hang together pretty well, even if it does back down from these incredibly high levels that we've seen recently.
All right, plenty to keep an eye on. Thanks for the update. Derrell Peel, Livestock Marketing Specialist here at Oklahoma State University.